Sup guys, Easy here from Cool Watches Only, and today I'll be presenting two new super nice watches and the top 10 bestsellers selected by you. Yeah, you. A lot of people talk about this or that, but at the end of the day, we vote with our wallets, don't we? There's a huge surprise in that top 10, plus a super underappreciated watch that didn't quite make the cut, but was close enough. And since this is my list, I'm including it anyway. As always, I'll be leaving lots of discount codes in the description for you to check out. Also, here's the calendar for March. There are supposedly some huge discounts coming up, nice, up to 90%. That has to mean something. Maybe so. Anyway, if you like anything you see here, keep an eye on the prices. Let's get started. First up is this one from Cadison. I think this is their first take on a titanium watch, but wait, did I say Cadison? Or did I mean to say Kazan? No, for real. I contacted them and they told me it was a huge oversight on their part, but they'll fix the typo for the next batch. I'll be totally clear with you guys, I really don't care. I would take this typo over an ugly name or a bad logo any day. There are plenty of AliExpress brands with awful names and terrible logos, so I'd take this mistake without any issues. It's titanium, super light, and very cheap. It's not the best made thing ever, but again, it's very affordable and has a Japanese automatic movement. I won't talk too much more about it now, as I plan to do a full review later. I have a few new watches, were kind of meh, so I don't know, I think 3 or 4 watches, and only selected 2, the others are going back. I really like how this one feels. This watch has something I'll mention later that affects us reviewers, but not you as a buyer. So if you see someone specifically mad at the brand, keep that in mind. This is the model T7i. As usual, I'm leaving QR codes on the screen for each watch. You can scan them with your phone to go straight to the listing and check the current price the moment you see this video. Next one for you. This little beauty is an original design from WM. What really caught my eye was the finish. It's got that distinct look of vintage, powder-coated American tools from the 50s. It's a real departure from the usual ceramic or anodized aluminum bezels we see everywhere. This is painted, but it's done in a multi-coated, high-gloss vintage style that looks incredible. I'll be doing a deep dive on this one later too. It's running an NH35. It's easy on the wallet, and honestly, for the money, I don't think there's anything else quite like it on the market. Is it a homage I've missed? Or have they actually come up with something original here? Either way, I'm a fan. Right, let's crack on with the top 10, starting at number 12. Yeah, I know, I never make it easy for myself. Okay, in number 12, this is the Seiko's King Turtle Homage by Steel Dive. This thing is super underrated. I don't have a single bad thing to say about this watch yet. I never see more than 1 or 2 sales for it. Why is that? Do you not like it, or do you already own it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're a fan of Seiko designs on a budget, and you haven't checked this one out yet, you are missing out big time. And this is a solid chunk of steel, all solid build, solid links, sapphire crystal, and a ceramic bezel. It's everything the Seiko should have been, but with better materials and a much better price. It is the Seiko, but it's got better and better and better. I was super happy to finally see some units selling. I'd love to hear your take if you're one of the people who bought it or if you're still on the fence. Alright, number 11, it's actually the only watch on the list that hasn't landed on my desk yet. It's this bold Tudor chrono homage from addiesdive. Now, since I haven't got my hands on it, I won't rabbit on too much. But look, if there's one brand I'm always happy to back, it's addiesdive. It's bound to be a decent bit of kit. Anyway, let's keep it moving and get stuck into number 10. Alright, we're at number 10. This Top Hill GMT is a specs monster. It features an on-the-fly adjustment clasp, full solid stainless steel construction, sapphire glass, and a screw-down crown and clasp. It also has a ceramic bezel, a Japanese NH34 movement, and quick-release end links on the bracelet. The price is more than competitive, though it varies depending on which version you want, so pay attention to that. This is relatively new to the channel, but I received it around the same time as the Engleman, and it doesn't look half bad, especially considering the price difference. I would love for any buyers out there to share how you like it and what your experience with the brand has been so far. This one even has a functional helium valve, among other features. However, you should expect some compromises to hit this price point. For example, there isn't much anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal. You can actually see my head reflected in it right there. Even so, I still recommend it. It's a nice watch. Next up, you won't believe it, the Cadison is already hitting the list. And it's not even in last place. It's at number 9. You can't argue with the sales numbers. I've only shown this watch before in an Instagram and a Facebook post, yet it already has more sales than many other watches. It seems you didn't care about the misspelling of the name either. Guys, this is a nice piece. The thing about it that doesn't actually affect you is that they removed the watch from the affiliate program. Since they took it out, I don't know if it has sold more or less, and we earn no commissions from it at this moment. I've already written to them about it, but if you see anyone getting too upset over a $100 watch because they spelled a word wrong, keep that in the back of your mind. Remember, there are things more important than whether we got the watches for free or not. Think in chess, not in checkers. All right, in 8th place, you guys went bonkers for this Specht and Sona Aquanaut homage. It's a significant step up from the previous watches. This thing looks and feels awesome. It has an automatic movement, and there's already a review on the channel with more than 10,000 views. It just looks too good. Not much else to say about it, but I will link the dedicated review. I previously showed another model, the one that looks like a Nico Leonard Man homage. I mean, not exactly, but inspired, and then it only sold a few units. But this one really took off. Absolute cracker of a design from the Patek Philippe team. The next one was awesome from the start, but the price was a bit too high for my liking, around $220. However, you guys didn't care and bought the heck out of it, so obviously I was wrong. At number 7, we have this Seiko Alpinist homage by the folks at Fortic. Let me know in the comments if you're still interested in a full review. The only thing that felt off to me was the price, but they've since reduced it to about $180, and that's even before my discount codes, and the sale codes and the codes of the codes are applied, so expect to get it even cheaper. I guess I was wrong, but then I was right. Either way, it doesn't matter. This thing is awesome. Imagine a Seiko Alpinist, but affordable and with sapphire, and now it's even cheaper than before. It's a fantastic piece. Guys, we're looking at a 39.5mm case, a nice and compact 46mm lug-to-lug, and it sits low on the wrist at just 11.4mm thick. You can grab the dial in black or green with those silver or gold sunburst markers. They really pop. And yeah, it's got the functional inner compass bezel. Can't go wrong with it. Next up, at number 6, we have this super affordable watch from addiesdive. It's incredibly cheap, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. If only they had used a VH31 instead of this standard ticker. It's a Submariner homage that feels like it should cost at least double the price. To put it in perspective, Casio Duro isn't nearly as solid and costs over $90 here in Spain. This is another huge favorite. You guys have bought a lot of these. I'd love to know which color you chose and how you're liking it so far. We've seen a lot of new customers too, people buying their first addiesdive and even making their first ever AliExpress purchase. The most incredible thing here is the lume. For the price, the lume on this watch is simply unbeatable. Comparing it to a Casio Duro is a bold move, but in terms of materials, solid bracelet, ceramic bezel, and that insane lume, the addiesdive usually wins the specs for the dollar round. This is hands down the most recognizable design on the lineup, and it's probably the cheapest watch, awesome value. Alright, at number 5, we have one of my absolute favorites. This Power Reserve chronograph from the lovely people at Suges is awesome. It features what is probably one of the most premium sapphire crystals in this lineup, and honestly, in my entire collection. The Power Reserve indicator is incredibly useful. For a manual wind watch, having that gauge is a game changer. It's a solid watch that comes in some very striking colors. Check out this one from Alex, one of my viewers and admin of the Affordable Cool Watches Facebook group. It looks radioactive. Guys, you are all invited to share pictures of your watches on my community tab. It doesn't matter if you didn't buy them through my links. I am just super happy to see my audience making such smart choices like this one. The watch is an absolute stunner, but look, I've got one major gripe. Why on earth didn't they give us an exhibition case back? These Seagull ST19 movements are a work of art. Easily one of the best looking calibers at this price point, and hiding it behind solid steel feels like a missed opportunity. Such a shame you can't see the gears turning. I'm trying not to look at it too much, or I'll probably end up buying another one. Well, the watch at number 4 is special. I actually bought this addiesdive myself after giving away the review sample the brand sent me, because I liked it too much. The review for this watch has over 40,000 views, which is huge for a small channel like mine, so it's no surprise it made the top 10. I'll link the full review video so I don't extend this segment too much. The bottom line, this is like a Hydra Conquest GMT, but without the GMT. I tried to convince them to make an NH34 version with no luck. Feel free to try yourself. Tell them I sent you, or this thing rocks. You can get it in black, green, or blue. The green version features green C3 lume, while the black and blue versions have incredible blue BG W9. It's amazing value for the price. The bracelet isn't bad, but it isn't the best either. Just swap it for a good old leather strap and you're sorted. The watch is awesome, and if you want the link for the strap, just let me know. Okay, moving into the top 3. This Wish Do It is a monster in terms of specs, sales, and everything else. It features a sapphire crystal and a sapphire bezel, awesome lume, and a GMT movement. Every colorway is a hit. Check out these colors and this price. It's bonkers. I've told you again and again, this brand's logo is in the top 1% on AliExpress. It's like the Formex logo, and even if the name is a bit wonky, it's not written anywhere on the watch. This model is a beast. Japanese movement, solid stainless steel build, and an engraved caseback. Again, with these striking colors. You put it on a nice orange strap and it's literally fire. I'd love to see some pictures of the colors you guys picked up. Awesome watch, I tell you. I'll probably get the black and white one too, or maybe the two-tone blue. I don't know. It's a hard choice. In second place, we have this beauty from addiesdive. Man, addiesdive really stole the list for themselves. This is an Omega Aqua Terra homage, and it's beautiful. It doesn't have a sapphire crystal, but it uses a super hardened mineral glass. I actually tested it in the sand underwater, and there wasn't a single scratch. Personally, I prefer this vintage bubble crystal over an ugly clouded sapphire. Anyway, since my review of this watch, you guys have bought it so quickly that the blue version actually sold out. They even had 2 different models of the same watch just to keep up with demand. This watch in the sunlight is something else. It's simply lovely. So, okay, you can check the full review here. If interested on knowing more about it, beauty of a watch, this one. Before we reveal number 1, I have a few observations. Since I started this channel, this is the first time there hasn't been a single San Martin in the top 10. Maybe they should reconsider their pricing, or perhaps they shouldn't turn their backs completely on homages. They have plenty of great options, but I still see the Jianjian as their peak. I know this is just my personal opinion, and you're welcome to discuss it in the comments, but for that kind of money, I'd rather buy another color of that watch than some of their newer original models. I'm the kind of guy who will watch the same movie multiple times before watching a new one that doesn't speak to me. Another thing that's nice to see is the convergence of the audience. Looking at this list, it could easily be my own shopping cart. I remember at the beginning of the channel, the data was pure noise. I mean, the top 10 could have been a $5 quartz watch, or even random fishing supplies as well. It was crazy. Alright, without further ado, the number 1 bestseller is this Suges. It is a beauty of a watch. You don't just get plenty of colors and options, you get top tier finishing and a beautiful sapphire crystal. You can see the movement in action, and this is the kind of watch that will convert your non-watch friends into watch enthusiasts. Sure, maybe an Omega is nicer, but $5,000 plus is also a lot nicer than $300 minus, and that extra money can buy you a lot of other things. The name these guys chose for this model actually means the first in Spanish. What a coincidence, right? This watch has been in the top 10 many times, so again, I would love to see which colors you got. You can share your photos here on the YouTube community tab, in the Affordable Cool Watches group, or on Reddit. Just tag me so I can see them. The specs on this thing are just mental. Beautifully finished from top to bottom, packing a toolless, on-the-fly adjustment clasp, which is a total game changer. You've got a solid bracelet with proper screws and a vintage design that's absolutely killer. Look, if a boutique micro brand put their name on a piece like this, they'd be charging over $1,000 for it, okay? Okay guys, I think that's it. I'm out.